So now that I've got these models here, I'm going to select my low poly version. I'm going to turn my hide as model off just for now, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide this a few times. I'm not going to divide it too high because I want to test how well this is going to work, or if I'm going to have any problems when I do some kind of projection. So if I divide that, let me just divide it once again, and I'll turn my subtool back on, my hide as model back on. Make sure your low poly version is selected, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and hit project. Now by default this is set to 0.02, and I'm going to hit project all. This will take a few seconds, but it'll give me, okay, just let me just check what's happening there. Give it a few seconds. It's going to do some kind of, it's doing the projection, it's moving the detail across. Now I'm going to turn this one off, and you can see already from the sculpted detail there's a problem that's occurring here. Now this problem is because we need to increase our distance of our projection, because what we're telling the system is that increase it by 0.02, but we need to be a bit more further to capture this and this problem here. So I'm going to undo the projection, so it's back to this. I'm going to increase this to 0.03, and let's see if that kind of fixes that problem. Make sure we turn our texture on again and hit project all. Would you like to project the poly painting? For this task we're not going to do that, so what it's asking us is, do you want to project the paint and the texture detail as well? Just for now we don't need to, because this is going to take longer, just because we're doing tests, so just to make sure that that detail is being captured. For now we'll hit no, let it do its thing. You'll see that it's thinking. After a few seconds it will do that. So I'm going to turn that off, and as you can see it's done it. There's still some problem here, but other than that there doesn't seem to be much of a problem, and it's projecting that across quite nicely. I might increase that slightly more to 0.04 and see if that eye problem that I had just there goes away. Hit project all, press no on that, and give it a few seconds again to think. Okay, now go back and turn this one off, and that would have done that. It hasn't really fixed this problem, but we'll worry about that in a moment. So I'm going to put this to 0.03 again, and this time around I'm going to increase the size of this, and I'm going to put more geometry there. So I'm going to increase the geometry up to the million, so it was about 3.6 million. Let's do the same with this model. So if I hit geometry, I'm going to subdivide this up to 2 by 6, so you can see this is 3.6 million, that's about 3.7 million, but that shouldn't make much of a difference. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my recording off once I hit project, because there's millions of polygons, and it's going to take a bit longer. But the only thing that I'm going to do different and this time around is when I hit project. So if I go into my tool, I'll turn that on. I'm just going to move this up, just makes me easier. When I hit project all, I'm going to also hit this option of poly painting. I'll do this once I've turned off the recording, just because I'll need more resources and we don't want the recorder to be interfering with that so it doesn't crash. So I'm going to stop recording this, and once this is done, I'll I'll start recording again.